Man, I'm like recording myself for YouTube and I just look so young. I mean, I don't wear makeup to work either, so this is like, I promise you I'm a grown adult. I look really young because I don't wear makeup a lot of the time. But all right, let's get into the episode. Man, who's ready to get the show on the road today? I am in a totally different setting. Like, I am in my bedroom recording, and that's because like the light out there is way too harsh and it's actually kind of hot out there because in Texas it is so warm and I have the AC on low, but it's still hot. But in my bedroom, it feels fantastic. For those of you who are watching, hello, my name is Emma Howard. Those of you who are listening, I'm glad to have your ears today as we have something I'm extremely passionate about and very excited to talk about just because I had a lot of thoughts through friends at church, family members, athletes. Just a lot of people have asked me about what I'm talking about today. I'm very excited for it. But those of you who are new, hello, my name is Emma Howard. I'm the host of the All You podcast, where I don't have everything figured out, but I'm just here to live life with you and to learn things with you and maybe give you a couple of tips and tricks of things I've learned along the way in my 20s and just to document life and to just have a good time. So again, I'm glad you're here. So first and foremost, what I do need to talk about is I think I've reached a new era in my life. And by that, I think I am approaching the farm girl era. Now, those of you who have been around for a long time or have seen my social media or know that I'm a coach and a teacher, you're like, Emma, farm girl era for you. You are extremely independent, athletic. You like to wear like athletic clothes all the time, like pink. What is this? Okay, but those of you who are super close to me know that this is absolutely true because of the new outfits I have been wearing, the new hobbies I have picked up, and I think God's telling me that I am on the back end of my 20s and that my body has been going so fast for so long that it's about time to slow down. So this actually, I promise you, this actually like fits into our episode today. By the way, the episode we're talking about today is how my husband and I keep a healthy relationship because I think a lot of people have a misconception that it's easy. It is by all means not easy at all, and I talked to my husband, and he is A-okay with me being open about this, and I made sure to check with him, and honestly, he kind of promotes it because we are a little bit prideful of our relationship. We do a lot to keep it healthy as best as we can, and we pray that it stays healthy, but I'm sharing a lot of those things today on how to keep and to build a healthy relationship, especially in our age nowadays. I feel like divorce is so prevalent and people base their things off of feelings and all these different things, but I digress. But here's what I need to talk about before we even start, okay? Those of you who can see me, you can see that I'm passionate about this. Those of you on YouTube, you can see my hand motions. I'm getting super passionate about this. But Emma, my husband and I have been dating. Whoa, Casey, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me back up. My husband and I have been married for a little over 2.5 years. We have been dating or together for like 8+ years. Okay, so we've been around for a while. We've seen each other in college, all these different things. We've seen each other in our lowest of lows and our highest of highs. But I will have to say, besides my husband, the person that I do need to shout out super hard right now is one of my best friends, Emily Clark. Emily, I love you so much, and I told you I'd be talking about you on this episode. So when it comes to relationships, people say, like, if you find the right person, your pink side comes out, and we all know that me growing up, I was not a pink galley. I was your tomboy, your athletic person, blues, all that stuff. Well, Emily Clark brought out my pink before my husband did. And Casey knows this, we've talked about this, but Emily Clark and I worked together, and we were coaching. And honestly, the first time we met, we had to go to a volleyball tournament, and our head coach was like, oh yeah, y'all are sharing the full-size bed. And I'm like, whatever, like this is our job. I love Emily. She's a couple years older than me. Super optimistic, like fun attitude, basically like your down-to-earth Barbie. Okay. And Emily, I mean that in the best way possible. She loves pink. She is full of life. She is loving towards everyone. She's the volleyball coach that everyone's like, wow, like she is passionate about her job. Well, anyway, we had to sleep in the same bed. And I remember the next morning, the coach had a picture of me and her like cuddled up next to each other. And we died laughing. And we just became close friends ever since. Now, if you saw Emily and I right next to each other, Emily is tall. I'm your average fun size galley. She is a blonde, blue-eyed. I am a brunette, brown, hazel-eyed. And Like, we're just very different. I'm the basketball galley. She's the volleyball galley. She's taught me all these different things. And we get along so well. I think, Emily, our optimism is what gets us along. We both love life and having fun. Anyway, Emily would wear any outfit she wanted to work. Like, if it was pink themed, if it was red, white, and blue, like, she would go full out. And it's just, I loved her outfits. I loved how she did her bubble braids. I loved everything about it. And at my old school in volleyball, we would dress up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm the youngest on the staff and I need to step up my game. So I would dress up, and y'all, I'm just telling you, I showed out. Like, Emily helped me out there. Like, I showed out. And I think it was that year that the pink side of my personality started to blossom. And Emily, like, I cannot thank you enough for that. Like, I wear so much pink now. I have a lot of cute outfits. Like, I invest in myself now, and I've gotten so many compliments on my outfits. Or like earrings, she's the one who like inspired me, those of you can see, inspired me to like get a double piercing, like when I did with my sister, and all these other different things. Like, I absolutely love her. So Emily Clark, shout out to you. You have inspired me in so many ways, not just like the pink side of myself, but just as a woman, about to be a mom. Like, I really look up to you. Like, I love you so much. That being said, okay, this goes into what we're talking about today, is just different things that I have done to quote unquote glow up and not even know that it was happening. But one of those was that pink side. And the other thing is my husband, Casey, really took me in and like, so I guess Emily sprouted me and blossomed me into like a sprout. And then my husband like has been growing me into this beautiful flower tree, whatever you want to call it. I love flowers, but I would like to think I'm a tree because trees are a little bit more sturdy and rooted, and you can blossom on a tree, but I digress. That has really helped. And I think that goes into a part with a healthy relationship. And I'm kind of jumping all over the place, is having healthy girlfriends that believe in you, love you, want to see the best in you, and encourage you to do different things. It's super encouraging. And another person that I do have to mention today, like when I got to my new job, it was very difficult. I've been honest about it on the podcast before. I'm very open about it. And one of my very good friends, Anna, okay, so me and Anna are also very different. We are totally two different cultures. We look very different, but we both love to work out. And she did the pull-up challenge. She started doing pull-ups, and I helped her. And she's like, hey, do the pull-up challenge with me. And then my friend Jenna, also love Jenna dearly, by the way. If you want to see an episode with her, I could talk about her for days. Go look at the podcast episodes. But Anna was like, hey, are you into reading? And I'm like, not really. I mean, like, I was definitely that kid in high school who spark notes every book except for The Great Gatsby and Great Expectations. Like, love those books, but I was in theater and sports, and honestly, English was on bottom totem pole because as a math teacher, I enjoyed math and science a lot more. So anyway, I was like, kind of, and this is at the beginning of the year when things were really tough. I didn't really have time to read. January comes around and the Housemaid series comes out, and I am like, if I'm in a reading mood, I need to read right then and there. So I go on Amazon Prime and I'm like, sure, I want to get the Housemaid series. But guess what? Amazon did not have the series or the trilogy for Prime. I had to wait 5 days, and my brain knows that I was not going to want to read in 5 days. So I had gift cards from my students, and I saw that I could buy 10 of her books, 10 of McFadden's books on Prime and get them the next day. And guess what? I used all my gift cards and I dropped more money to get 10 of those books. And guess what? I have read 7 of those books since, and it is almost July. So applaud to me. Now, even more so, this is why I'm shouting out Anna. One, she pushed me to do pull-ups, and they are getting much better. Like, I can do over 10 now, no problem whatsoever. But here's the other reason. Those of you who are watching, those of you who are listening, let me have your ears. We all know about the ACOTAR series. I read the first one. I just finished the second one. And we all know that these are hefty books. Like, the second one is like 600 pages. I am on the third. And I also have the dramatized Audible now. That shows you how invested I am. I read the first 2 books in like 2.5 weeks. And that is not normal for me at all. Didn't think I'd like it. Not really into the fantasy thing. But guys, I'm obsessed. You can make fun of me, all these different things, but reading is now one of my hobbies. And even more so, I had another gift card, and it was Prime Day. Again, those of you can see, I got myself a Kindle. I definitely got myself a Kindle. And I got like a journal cover. So it looks so cute. I can read it at the pool while I tan. I can do all these different things. Like, as you can see, my era is changing. Now, do I like to work out? Yes. During the school, am I still like pretty strict but like to have fun? Do I like to goof around? Do I still wear black, blue, and white to work? Absolutely, all the time. But there's this other part of my tree, this other branch that has been blossoming, starting with Emily Clark and then my husband and then Anna, and just these other parts that are coming out too. Or even just talking to Jenna about being feminine but individual at the same time. Or you all know Avery, or even Avery, like, hey, Emma, part your hair down the middle. Like, it's just all these little things that are coming together that I feel like I'm in a really healthy spot. And that gets into what I'm talking about today, is my husband and I feel, are in a really healthy spot in our relationship. And I would not have said that a month ago. There's a lot of different things that have gone on, and I'm going to talk about that today, and I'm going to be raw, and I'm going to be real. And again, my husband has listened to this, and he has his stamp of approval of, we just feel like as a young Christian couple, we cannot tell people, oh my gosh, it's so great. Like, there are things that we do to help. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so my husband's actually out of town, so I told him to text me some things that he thinks makes our relationship thrive and keep it healthy. So I'm going to do some of mine. I'm going to do some of his as well. And again, like, if you have any questions, please comment down below. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram. I have my personal account. I have my coaching account. Just everything's linked down below. But feel free to DM me. I respond pretty quick. And by quick, I mean because it's the summer and I can respond. So anyway, let's just get right into it. So the first thing I do want to say is, like, so Casey and I are in our upper 20s. I'm 27. He just turned 28. No kids. We're both pretty young. Like, as you can tell in the YouTube video, like, I look young. Okay. And I will live that up, because when I'm 50, I'm still going to look young. Hopefully, Lord willing. Lord's got my back. But we do a lot of different things. Our history is very different. Casey grew up very differently than me. I have two parents. He has one. And I grew up with two younger sisters. He has one older sister, so he's the baby, and I'm the older one. Like, there's a lot of different things. We grew up different financially, all these different things. Again, if you have questions, just DM me on Instagram, like, whatever. But here are some things that we do regularly that really help our relationship. And at almost 2 years of marriage, almost 3 years of marriage, sorry, see, time flies. I feel like we're in a really healthy spot. So one thing, and this is Casey's, he says, we do not let feelings fester. We talk about them maturely with grace and forgiveness in mind. We're not hurtful to each other. We're on the same page. And I also put after this, like, a 48-hour rule. There's a book called Friends, Partners, and Lovers that I reference all the time. And it was talking about friends that, or even lovers, like, all of them is fine, is if you are feeling something, you have 48 hours to bring it up. And we live by that rule. And sometimes there are things that are so hard that we wait till our Sunday dates, and it has to come up. And it's hard. Like, a lot of our dates are in public because we love coffee. And I have cried in a coffee shop before in the corner with Casey just because of things that were super tough. But we don't let things fester. And sometimes my emotions get the best of me. So we have a journal. Very thankful for one of my friends who told us about this. So I will write my feelings down in the journal. I will put it in our special spot, and I will go on a walk. And that means once I write it down and we go on a walk, or I go on a walk, I can't go back and get it. So that means once Casey picks it up, he picks it up. And we've learned that for Casey, it is better for him to read it when I have really hard emotions, because it gives him time to think about it. And then when I'm away, it gives me time to think about it, so I'm not, like, over dramatic, overreacting, all these different things. And sometimes a good walk outside really helps. And there was a time that we were just going through something. We were on a different page, and I wrote about it, and I came home after about an hour, and he's like, Emma, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not know you felt that way. I didn't see it on your face or anything. And I'm like, I'm so sorry too. So we have that whole journal. Probably when we're older, we'll read it to our kids to see what we really went through. But it's like, there's some raw stuff in there. And again, I write it, it's in pen. I can't go back with that 48-hour rule. And just about talking about not letting our feelings fester is, we had, like, a really big situation come up, like, last year, and it was really tough for us both. Like, it was so tough that, like, I'm very proud of us that we brought it up, but it was so tough that, like, I had to get out of the car. I was like, can you please stop the car? Like, I need to get out, and I need to walk home. And it was one of those, like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, like, right now. And so I got out of the car. He went home. We thought about what we were going to talk about, and again, a walk really helped. Like, it's just, a walk is super, super helpful. And we talked about it. I came home and I'm like, I want to talk about this for 5 minutes, and then I need to go lay down and I need to sit on this. And honestly, I'm like, I need to pray about this because I'm pretty frustrated at this situation. and said a prayer, and again, that's going to lead into something else in a second, and came back and we cried, we talked about it, and again, I'm not going to shy away from it. Like, we both cried. It was a very hard situation we both had to figure out. And the next day was like the best our relationship has ever been, because I trusted him with what I was feeling, and he trusted me with what he was feeling, and we talked about it. And that goes into another point too, of this is his too, and I think it just flows very well. He says, we don't try to appease one another. We don't want to hurt each other's feelings, but the way we act and how we talk to each other, we encourage and push one another with the goal to make each other the parents and people we want to be. And I really like how he put like the parents we want to be, because I don't want my kids to not talk to me about things. I don't want them to fester on anything. And I really just want them to be open about things. And we're here to make each other better and to grow together. And you have to talk about these things. They're super hard. And a third point that I have that really helps me is that we are friends first. Like, yes, Casey's my lover. He's my partner that we do finances with. But first and foremost, he's my friend. And when I'm really upset, I look at him as a brother in Christ, and he's my friend first. I'm not here to manipulate him because I want to get closer to him. I'm not here to make him agree with me so he'll give me what I want. No, he's my friend first. And I'm like, hey, like, what can I do to help you? Did I hurt your feelings? Blah, 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 all these different things. And I think that's really important to bring up, is you are friends first. If you're struggling with your spouse, look at them and be like, they are my friend. I want to help them. I want to protect their heart. They are my brother or sister in Christ. Like, it's just super big things. Really good points, Casey, by the way. Thank you. Next point is, he said, we still date each other. We still make so much time for each other, even when we're both coaches. We have Sunday dates, dancing dates, and all of it. We make intentional time for each other. And I guess this is like a sub point, is like boundaries real quick. Like, Casey keeps that boundary pretty well. Of Sundays is our date time, and we go after church, and whether we're at his mom's or we're at my house or we're on vacation, he's like, we are doing our Sunday date. And I really appreciate that. And we ask all the same questions, and I say same, they're very similar questions. And if you just check out the other podcast episode, we talk like way in depth about the questions we use. And it gives us that time to talk about how the week went, like, did we do anything wrong, all those different things. But like boundaries of, like, that's just the time we have together. And as coaches, we have to be intentional because we are gone all the time. And like, my games don't fall on his days. And so that's kind of nice because I can go to his games and watch, and vice versa. But that means almost every day of the week we're busy. So really being intentional with our time. Another thing we started picking up, which he said, is like, we go out dancing, especially in the summer. We choose a day of the week, like every other week, and we go dancing, and we learn how to dance with each other, country dance, all these different things. And it's been a blast just being in a different element with one another. Another point too, and I kind of thought about this with dancing, is having other healthy friends that are couples. And Casey and I have been praying, or I have been praying for a long time at our church for young married couples, because I love my church dearly. Like, there are a lot of good mentors, a lot of good young kids coming in, and just the church is growing, and my whole family goes, which is awesome. But I prayed for other married couples because the people my age are like my family and my best friends from childhood, and I love them all very dearly. I do. But I'm like, it would be really nice to make a new Christian friend that is my age and married and no kids. And lo and behold, the Lord sent like 3 new couples all to our church, and like, I love them all dearly. Like, I'm hanging out with some of them on Friday. Like, we're all going paddleboarding, and then we have a volleyball team together. And one of my friends at church that I went to school with her, like, we were not friends at all. And then we became friends like 2 months ago, and now I would consider one of her my greatest friends. Like, it's just, prayer is huge, and having those healthy couples doing things with one another. The guys can be friends and do their own thing. Me and the girls can do our own thing. We can build each other up. And the biggest part too, I'm about to like be extremely blunt here, is if you have friends who do not like encourage you in your relationship or tell you bad advice, what are you doing? Like, these people that I'm friends with love their husband. They love their job. They love growing individually but together. They love, like, the biggest thing is they love their husband. They speak high of him. And I don't want to be around another couple where the wife talks bad about her husband behind his back. Like, that is not good for me, because then that's going to bring that evil side of me that wants to talk bad about Casey. And we live in a sinful world, and it's going to be natural for me to want to think that. But I have to remind myself that I have to actively try to go against what the devil's telling me. The devil's going to want me to say that, like, Casey's not good enough. I'm not good enough. Are we really going to be good parents? Oh my gosh, he didn't put the dishes away when he said he would. Oh, he's not following through. Like, the devil wants me to think those things. And it's really important to have healthy Christian friends who can remind you to have grace and forgiveness and that talk well about their husband. Like, you can't do things on your own in your relationship. Like, you need to have supportive people for the right reasons. Like, oh my gosh, I could go about it for days. Even on top of that too, like, me as a Christian, I need to have Christian friends. Like, I will have secular friends. I cannot say that word correctly. Casey gives it to me all the time. Whatever. Friends of this world. I do have friends of this world all the time, but like, they are not my best friends because they're going to tell me things that I don't agree with. Oh my gosh, like, you don't need kids right now. You can have your job and your husband can take care of him and you don't need to do any of that. I'm like, but that's not what I want. And I can have friends like that and we can talk about things for days. We can talk about books. We can talk about whatever it is. But when it comes to my relationship, I need people who are similar to me, who believe the same thing as me, who have good advice, who know how to handle hard situations. Like, you need to have healthy friends and growing together and meeting with them regularly and hanging out with them and just living life with one another. Like, it's just huge. It's just huge. Another thing that he has is, I thought this was cute. He's like, we work out together and push each other in the gym. Even when we don't work out, we walk together. We go on walks quite frequently. He's learned that I love walks, so he does that with me now. I'm very thankful for that. We go either on the track or on the field, or we work out in the same place together, but don't do the same workouts. We're like in the same vicinity. We're okay with being in the same space, but not doing the same thing. And sometimes on Saturdays, I'll go up to his school and we'll work out together. Sometimes we'll do it separately because sometimes I just have those days where I'm like, I really don't want to work out with anyone. I want to listen to my own music and I want to do my own thing. So we'll work out separately, but we still make the time to go together, take the hour and a half to do our own thing, and then we talk afterwards. Or sometimes we'll go outside and throw the football. Like, it's just a lot of little things. And even when it's hard, even on the days where maybe my period's starting and I really am emotional or I am just moody and I don't want to be around anyone, or with Casey, I will tell Casey, hey, I'm having a really hard day. Like, I'll go with you, but I really don't want to talk to you right now. And I know that sounds blunt, but Casey knows that's out of love. And he knows me by now that those times, that doesn't mean I don't love him. It just means I need that time to myself to go, whatever it is I'm going through. And ladies, like, you all know, like, the period's like the red monster. Like, it's terrible. Just the different feelings that happen. Like, I hate it. So communicating that with your husband, that's a little sub note. Like, communicate when it's that time of the month, ladies. Like, we have to communicate that. Those are all of Casey's. I'm just going to say a couple of my own too that I just think is super, super helpful. The biggest one he said is just don't let your feelings fester. Like, talk about things. It's going to be hard, but the more you talk about them, the easier it's going to become. And also think about it. If you want to be parents, don't you want to talk about hard things with your kids? Just set the example. Okay. I kind of said it earlier, but grow individually for each other. Like, Casey and I, we love being around each other. We love quality time. We love physical touch. Like, we love holding hands. But we both know that we need time to ourselves. Okay, I need to go do my devotion. Oh, I need to go to the gym by myself. Oh, I need to go work. Casey, you want to go play your games? You can go wherever you do whatever you want to do. It's just like we have time to ourselves. We are not at the hip all the time. And I think that's huge. And that's leading into my other point. Knowing your partner's love language, okay? So our love language is personal touch and quality time. Meaning, if you heard the episode with Pastor Joel, we both can come across as clingy, but clingy together. Like, at church, we get really close. We hold hands during communion. We sit on the couch right next to each other when we watch movies. Like, we are close all the time. Like, from an outsider's perspective, maybe we are clingy. And you know what? I will feed into that because me and him have the same love language and we are very blessed with that. But knowing that we can do things individually to still be ourselves. So example, this podcast, this YouTube channel, my coaching Instagram, all these things that I'm wanting to build, Casey will be in some of my videos and he'll watch them and give me encouragement. But is this really for Casey? No, this is for me. This is something that I love to do. This is something where I'm documenting my life. This is something where I'm speaking to you guys and wanting to share that. I mean, and again, Casey's in here, but this is not a Casey and Emma thing. This is an Emma Howard thing. This is my thing right here. And his Legos is his thing. His playing with his friends is his thing. Basketball, when he goes out with the guys, that's his thing. As much as I love basketball, I don't always go because that's him. I want him to do things with his buddies. So growing individually but together. 2 more things. The love languages. listen to the episode with Pastor Joel. You need to know your partner's love language. Again, Casey and I are very blessed that we have the same ones. That for me to show love, I will touch like his back, or I'll go past him and I'll touch his back, or I'll hold his hand. He does the same thing for me, or quality time. He understood I like to go on walks and we spend that time to each other. Now we make a conscious effort to do that every week. And it's kind of funny because for us, like if I'm upset, I find myself not touching Casey, like unintentionally. And he's like, Emma, do you like hate me right now? And I'm like, I am so sorry. I did not know I was doing that. Like being intentional with those things. Now ask them, what is their love language? Maybe it's like acts of service. Maybe you don't like doing things. Maybe you don't like doing the dishes, but your significant other really appreciates it. That's how they receive love. So again, you could look at the episode before this with Pastor Joel. It goes super in depth. But knowing their love language, you have to be selfless. You cannot do things just for yourself of, oh my gosh, like I want to go spend quality time with my husband and I want to go out tonight, but he's an introverted person. Maybe let him know 3 days in advance. Hey, baby, on Thursday, I would really like to go out with you. And Casey told me this too, because I'm a lot more extroverted than him. He's like, Emma, if we're going to go out, can you tell me like 2 days in advance so I can mentally prepare to go out and give you a good time? And I'm like, I actually really appreciate that. So when we go dancing, I'm a night owl. Casey goes to bed at like 8:30 because of work. He's like, I can mentally prepare throughout the day to make sure that I am awake when we go out. And me communicating that has really made our dates super awesome because we're both really prepared to like have a good time and dance and focus. Like it's just, I love it so much. So know your partner's love language. Last but not least, I wish I had the book with me right here, but I don't. And I will promote this for days. We do devotions together. And this was Casey's. He is like, the algorithm has caught him. Big time, but he sorry, I'm a little uncomfortable. I need to like sit up for a second because I'm like sitting on my legs. But no, what I was gonna say is like he got these devotional books for us, and there's like a wife one and there's a husband one, and the algorithm really caught him. Like we do it together. And so every Sunday we talk about those questions and we do it all together, which is super cool. But the last point I have is praying together. And we would say the Lord's Prayer. He would pray out loud. And at first it was really uncomfortable. But then he like wrote his prayer and all these different things. And we would say it. And we try to do it like 4 or 5 times a week. And we're trying to get much better at it. But there's a book called Prayers for Your Wife and Prayers for Your Husband. And it gives you like a prompt. Hold on, sorry, my legs are like super numb right now. I am so sorry about that. I probably will cut that out, but I was sitting in the same position for 30 minutes that my legs went numb. And they went so numb that I couldn't feel them. So that's why I had to stop. So here I am, I'm back, and I could have just finished up that point, but it was so bad. Like I touched my foot and I couldn't feel it. So welcome to the unhinged and raw podcast with Emma Howard. I'm doing much better now. It's okay. I took like a 2-minute moment to just sit and drink my water, but I am back here. Honestly, I'll probably leave that in because I really don't want to edit it out, and it's kind of funny. So if you've been with me for this long, yeah. Hello, this is Emma Howard in the All You Podcast. No, but my last point is, I was talking about praying with each other, and this book, like, gives you a prayer. So the wife one gives you something to pray for your husband, and then the husband prays for the wife. So example, the first page is like, pray for their health. So I'm praying for Casey's health, and he's praying for me. And then the next one might be, my chapter is pray for his leadership, and then maybe his chapter is, pray for her, what would the opposite of leadership be? Pray for her help. Something like that. I don't know. But like, do you see how they work together, but they're opposite? So then you read it, but then you can write your own prayer. So like the leadership one, it'll say like, hey, help my husband be a better leader in his corporate job, blah, 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 whatever. Well, Casey's not in a corporate job. He is a coach. So for leadership, I would pray things like, dear Lord, I pray that Casey can show his confidence in his leadership today so that his teams can really see what a strong and confident man is like, and that they can see his love, I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. They can see God's love, so see God's love through Casey. So I really like how we can do that. And then like every other day, like when we both get home at the same time, we will pray to each other and pray for each other. And I know some people think that's weird, and it has taken a long time, and I actually really am thankful that the Holy Spirit put that in Casey's heart to do, because that was not me. And like, those of you who know me, like, we would all think that would be me, because I grew up as a PK, pastor's kid. Like, I've had Jesus in my whole life, not meaning I haven't had really hardships before, but like, Casey did not grow up like that. And yet I'm very thankful that God put a man in my life who was like, we need to pray together. And this is the other thing that I really like that about when we pray is Casey and I are tired. We used to do it when we were in bed, like laying down, but like, he's like, Emma, I can't focus. Can we please kneel on the side of the bed? And now we have become that couple. We kneel on the side of the bed to pray so we don't fall asleep after being tired, because we both wake up at 4:30 in the morning. But he's like, that's super important. He goes, I feel like our relationship's going really well, and that's when the devil likes to put thoughts in our brain, is when things are going really well, because he tries to tear us apart. And I really appreciated that. And I know Casey, he already like listened to this, or he's going to listen to it. But Casey, like, I very much appreciate you. Like, I cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done. And like, I only scratched the surface on the super hard things that you and I have been through. Like, from the things we've lost, from the things that we have, hateful things we've said to each other, or the things that we have not communicated. And I feel very loved by you, and I feel like we are very blessed. But I also, for those listening, again, like, feel free to ask me anytime. I'm a pretty open book, and so is Casey. I've only scratched the surface here, but like, Casey and I have been through a lot. And on the outside, it looks like everything's perfect and everything's together. Now, again, I'm thankful to the Lord that we have a very healthy relationship. But like, you have to work at it. It can't be easy. Like, things get hard. Oh my gosh, I don't love him anymore. We just don't get along. We like different things. Well, I'm letting you know, every relationship's like that, and you have to work at it. And I'm a firm believer of the person you marry is the person you stay with. And I know there's a lot of circumstances where that doesn't happen, or abuse, or on the other end, I'm like, I totally get that. But I think today's world focuses too much on feelings that they give up way too soon. And I think the next generation is going to be really weak if we do not communicate to build strong relationships with our friends, to communicate during the hard times, and to be there for our friends and our significant others, and not give up because it's hard. Because get this, life is hard, and it's not going to get easier, and that's exactly what the devil wants you to think. He wants you to be selfish. But again, I could talk about that for days. But just to end off with all this relationship stuff, please know that we can't change anyone. Prayer does that. God does that. You have to work at things, and I just love hard, and don't expect anything in return. I mean, Jesus loved us so hard, he didn't expect us to do anything in return. He just asked for us to repent and to love him, and that's it. I just think that's so incredible. And I guess that's another tidbit too, if you've come this far, is a marriage is supposed to show Jesus. Like, the husband leads, the wife loves hard. Marriage is a way for Jesus to shine. And I think that's a good reminder, and it keeps us humble on all those different things. But again, I could talk about this for days, and I really wish Casey was here, but I also enjoy time to myself. I bought a couple outfits. I've been tanning. I've been reading. It's actually been a blast. I love Casey, but it's also nice to have some time to myself. And actually, my sister is coming over soon, and we're going to go work out. We're going to go to the pool. We're going to read. We're going to cook, and then we're going to play games, and she's spending the night, so I'm extremely excited for that. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in and watching and all these different things. It would really mean the world to me if you liked the video, if you shared it with people, if you left a comment. Give me your feedback, all these different things. Share the podcast. Follow me on Instagram. I have two. I can link them down below. One of them is my coaching account, which is the Coach's Office. And then my personal account is emma.r0se. Like, it would truly mean the world to me. I'm just really passionate about this stuff, and I think it's really cool to just, share my 20s with you as I'm learning. And actually, speaking of which, okay, before I go, Emily Clark is going to be on the next episode, so make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, all those different things, because you are going to want to be here when that episode drops, baby. You are going to want to be here. But yeah, Emily Clark, I love you. Anna, I love you. Avery, I love you. Brooke, I love you. All my good friends, I love you. I'm even going to shout out Kara. I've known her for like 2 months, but I love Kara so much. And my husband, of course. Casey, I love you very dearly. Thank you for everything that you do for me, and I love you, and I'm excited for when you come home. But until then, I'm going to go work out and hang out with my sister. But yeah, remember, you are loved, you are worthy, you are capable of so many things. And if you ever need a big sister, I got you. Just reach out. I got you. Yeah, okay. That is all. I'm just rambling at this point. It's not like you guys just witnessed me almost dying because my feet were so numb on this episode. Man, it's really getting unhinged today. But yeah, I'm going to end on that note. Remember, it's all you. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.